here with the one and only Akvile DeFazio. Hey, Akvile.
Hey, Greg.
How you doing?
Doing great, thanks. How are you?
Doing amazing. Great to be here in San Diego. Great to see you as always. So I've got a couple questions for you.
Okay, shoot.
So let's talk meta ads, everything like that. The state of ads, your thoughts.
Everything's changing. Everything's getting more streamlined, and I think 2024 is going to be very different compared to what we've traditionally known for Meta. It's changed a lot in the last 6 months, but yeah, there's a lot more coming.
What's with all the ad names? Advantage Plus, Performance Max. What's going on? Tell me, please. Help me make this make sense.
Too many words. So we tried to abbreviate everything as marketers do. So yeah, I do stumble often trying to tell clients like, oh, Advantage Plus this, Advantage Plus blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, it's a mouthful. I'm like, can we just make them shorter, please?
Okay, so something in meta ads right now, either working hard or hardly working. What do you say?
Well, it's Q4, and I work in e-commerce, so they're working very hard. Q3, hardly working.
Okay, fair enough. All right, and then your least favorite or most favorite, or both, thing about meta ads?
AI has made it much more effective and efficient, so I've been able to get better results for most of our clients. Not all, it takes time, or it's just not the right fit. But it's also cut my work time significantly, so I'm able to do more with less.
And you were a little bit of a skeptic at first, or no?
Oh, 100,000%. Yeah, it's like, don't take my job.
And if people want to get help with meta ads or see how you use AI to help dominate over on Meta, how do they find you?
You can find me at acvertise.com or at Akvile DeFazio on Twitter/X.
Yes, must follow. Go do it now. Thank you, Akvile. Pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you.
Here with the unstoppable Andrea Cruz. Andrea, thank you for being with me today.
Thank you for inviting me.
So you do a lot of B2B advertising, right?
I do.
Tell me about the state of B2B in 2023. Like, what's working hard for you right now?
Oh my God, people need to commit to doing upper funnel B2B. Stop asking for leads, you guys. If people don't know who you are and they don't know what your brand is and they don't know what you do, you need to show it to them. So commit to upper funnel investment. Yes, it's difficult to track, but it makes sense. Nobody's gonna buy from you if they don't know who you are.
Okay, so upper funnel's working hard. What's hardly working right now?
I'm gonna say the people that are trying to control everything, the people that are doing those SQRs every day, that are only doing single keyword ad groups, you need to stop. There are other things that you can focus your time that will give you so much more value.
Yeah, you were talking a lot about SCAGs, like in your talk yesterday, giving them a bad name. People got to move on. Okay, what are you most excited about 2024 PPC for B2B?
I want to say before that, this is not 1989 like Taylor Swift. It's like, you gotta stop the SCAGs. Just stop altogether. Take it off. And what was the other question?
What are you most excited about next year? And what's to come?
I think the most exciting part is that B2Bs are finally understanding that we need to go broader. And LinkedIn put together a study called the LinkedIn 2030 Trends that actually talks about that. They are actually saying that we should not do ABM anymore, that we should go broader with targeting to be able to target a buying community that it's changing, that it's evolving. People are changing jobs, they might change titles, industries, and then they don't hear for you anymore. So they might think that you are not serving that community anymore or that vertical. So it's important to start going broader. So I'm very excited to see B2Bs actually committing to that.
Thank you so much for being with me today. Where can people find you if they want to keep in touch?
People can find me on LinkedIn at Andrea Cruz or at Twitter, aka X, because I guess that's a thing, at Andrea Cruz 92.
Thanks, Andrea.
I'm here flipping the script
Very disconcerting.
on Erin Sparks, the Erin Sparks,
The Erin Sparks.
Edge Media Studio, Edge of the Web, podcast host, site strategics. Erin,
Hi, how you doing?
great to talk with you.
Great to talk to you again.
What in the world is all of this fancy setup that you
my
have
gosh.
here?
We've got so much claptrap. I've just been hoarding it for years, right? So it's audio equipment, video equipment, but here's the deal is that what we've done here, I mean, we were a marketing firm first, right? Site Strategics is a marketing firm, and over 10 years of doing the podcast, we've learned so many mistakes in the process that we actually expanded into a media arm of our company to be able to produce live stream, produce podcasting, vignettes, anything and everything in the media space, right? Because that's what Google's looking for, not just content on a page, but also kind of the entire audio and image mosaic of information. Right? So we actually expanded our company to be able to create this type of content for our clients.
So somebody has an idea for a podcast,
Yep.
doesn't know where to start, tries to do it on their own, and it sucks.
Right.
And they want the professionals to come in. They call you?
Absolutely, absolutely. We produced close to 10 podcasts over the years. Not all of them make it. We got a really successful one with Edge, but we also have a successful one with Wix. Wix came to us, and we've been producing, I think we're in our 61st or 62nd episode with them. But we actually produced all the audio beds, the audio imagery, did a lot of template and audio building for them, and it came off without a hitch after 125 hours.
Yeah, and we were talking about it before. It came out of the gate hot with that, with all the songs, everything like that, fantastic. So, and then here at the show, are you just grabbing interviews? Like, what are you doing?
Grabbing interviews or talking to organizations, see if they're interested in podcast production. So it's not only the audio side of things, but we also curate and create audiograms, create content. I mean, any recording can literally have so many different pieces of media that if you think about it and use strategy first, you can literally extend maybe 30 to 50 different types of pieces of information from every episode. So it's not just a podcast, it's a digital wake that you can create behind you.
Yeah, and so we're just doing man on the street interviews. Where do people go if they want to see the professional Edge Media Studio interviews from the show here?
Absolutely. You can go to edgemedia.studio. You can also go over to edgeofthewebradio.com. That's the podcast home. Just type in SEO podcast, and you'll find us at the top of Google, too. So how about that?
All right, and where do they find you if they want more Erin?
ErinSparks.com.
All right, thanks so much, Erin.
I want more Erin. That's my question.
I think everybody does, let's be honest.
No. All right, well, thank you so much.
Thanks, Erin.
I appreciate it.
I'm here with the one, the only, George Nguyen from Wix. Wix.com, Wix.com, Wix.com. George, you are in charge of the SEO Learning Center and all the content Wix is putting out, or that's like your division, right?
I'm going to take this from you.
Okay.
The SEO Learning Hub, yes, that is kind of our domain. That's our educational publication for SEO. This is our SEO morning show, right? SEO in the morning.
Yes, and I feel like Wix is on the forefront of like really helping to educate, inform, and like be at the forefront of SEO for your product. Is that something that's just like baked in, ingrained into the Wix culture, or how does that really come about?
I think the most accurate way to say this is it was forced into the Wix culture by our head of SEO, Nati Elimelech. Big shout out to him. So actually in Brighton in April, we presented on how we got the entire company to do that. Wix is actually split up between teams that take a certain page type, so the blogs team or the products, the stores team. And each of these teams are responsible for implementing their own SEO features, redirects, what have you, all these little things. But that's not their KPI. Adoption, things like that. I'm sure at your organization you have people who you need to ask for something, but that ask isn't part of their KPI. And so we actually made it part of their KPI by building a dashboard in which they had scores for how well they were doing. Eventually that spirit of competition and nobody wants to be last, right? On a publicly, like a viewable by all of your teammates spreadsheet essentially. And so that is how that culture of SEO came into place, and the marketing builds on top of that. The SEO Learning Hub, that's the front-facing thing. It all builds on top of that, but it all comes from an emphasis on the product at the very base level.
Absolutely, and that's the product. It has to be good, and then you have to inform people. And you've got podcasts like Surf's Up, doing a fantastic job. Final question: somebody right now is listening to this. They need a website. Where do they go?
Wix.com. Man.
Wix.com. Wix.com.
Wix.com.
Thank you, George. Pleasure to talk.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Thank you for tuning in. You know what time it is. It's officially marketing o'clock. Settle in, sit back, keep it locked.